Imagine a scene straight out of a movie, but this is Ecuador, not Hollywood. A country of 17 million people caught in a cycle of violence. Today we dive into a nation facing a state of emergency as criminal gangs wreak havoc. This is not fiction, it's the harsh reality Ecuador is living. Chaos erupts as mass gunmen storm a live TV broadcast. What led to this alarming situation, and how did it escalate so quickly? Ecuador, a nation seeking stability, declared a state of emergency under President Daniel Noboa, but is he merely using old tactics to combat a rising crime wave? Let's unravel the layers of this complex situation and understand what brought Ecuador to this point. President Noboa has declared war on criminal gangs, deploying the army to regain control of the prisons taken over. But will this be enough to quell the violence that has plagued the nation for years? Meet José Adolfo Macia Villamar, aka Fido, the mastermind behind one of Ecuador's most notorious gangs, Los Choneros. Operating from within prison walls, Fido orchestrates drug trafficking, murder, and more. How did he escape the clutches of the law, and what challenges lie ahead for Ecuador? This wasn't his first time escaping. Fido, a seasoned escape artist, slipped away again, leaving chaos in his wake. Allegations of prison guards aiding his escape add a layer of complexity. Can Ecuador catch this elusive figure before more damage is done? As Fido remains on the loose, Ecuador descends into anarchy. Kidnappings, torch vehicles, and explosive attacks plague the streets. The thin thread holding law and order is stretched to its limit. During a live broadcast, Ecuador witnessed a horrifying scene as armed men took over a TV station. The airwaves turned into a battleground, showcasing the gravity of the situation. In response, President Noboa declares an internal armed conflict against nearly 24 gangs. A curfew is imposed, and Ecuador braces itself for an uncertain future. Are these measures enough to restore order, or is the nation on the brink of a larger crisis? While the manhunt for Fido intensifies, another gang leader escapes from a high-security prison. Are these incidents connected, or is Ecuador facing multiple fronts in its battle against crime? The tentacles of Fido's gang, Los Choneros, reach beyond Ecuador, connecting with the Sinaloa cartel in Mexico. How deep do these connections run, and what impact do they have on the nation's stability? Fido's rise to power came after the assassination of former leader José Luis Zambrano. The subsequent wave of violence left hundreds dead, and the criminal landscape of Ecuador forever changed. Within Ecuador's prisons, powerful figures like Fido enjoy privileges that defy imagination. From birthday celebrations to press conferences, the lines between incarceration and luxury blur. How did the system allow this, and what does it mean for the nation's security? As Ecuador grapples with an unprecedented crisis, the need for a new strategy becomes apparent. Will President Noboa's measures be enough to reclaim control, or does the nation need a fundamental shift in its approach to combating crime? The journey ahead is uncertain, but one thing is clear. Ecuador stands at a crossroad, and the choices made now will shape its future.